Hi YouTube, Skinny Brit to be here, Christine, week 21 and week 22 post RNY gastric bypass update. What a mouthful. Okay, last week, a good week. My week's finished on a Tuesday. Last week I got down to 215 3/4 pounds. And that made a loss for last week of £3 and an overall loss of 120 1/4 pounds since I started this journey last April. And today the scales said I was 212 1/4 pounds, which is another loss of £3.5 pounds, and I'm a total loss of 123 3/4 pounds. So getting closer and closer to Wonderland by the day almost. It's been a very strange week for me though, because I've been very much involved in getting my stepson moved from 50 or 60 miles away to fairly locally, and he has Asperger's, mild Asperger's, and so he doesn't really have the facility to mentally deal with all the move, etc. So my husband and I have had to do an awful lot of it, sorting out the nitty-gritty of it, etc. So it's sort of messed up my week somewhat, as we've been dashing backwards and forwards to where he was living, getting packed up, etc. You can't do an awful lot of exercise when you're spending time packing boxes and just sort of wandering around his flat, etc., sorting stuff out. But I did the best I could. It also made it slightly more difficult for food, because you must know what it's like. Take yourself out of your normal environment, and it's just that little bit more difficult to eat in the same way that you do at home. But it obviously paid dividends, because my weight has gone down. So £6.5 in 2 weeks. I'm very chuffed with that. One thing I have noticed though is that I actually can't eat as much at each meal. I'm positive that I haven't increased my portion sizes or anything. But I just cannot finish my meals most of the time, or if I do finish them, then I become aware that I've definitely overeaten, which is a bit disconcerting, because, this far into my bypass, I would have expected to perhaps feel as though I could eat more rather than less. The other side of it is, though, that I actually get hungrier earlier. So what I'm having to do is sort of introduce almost a sort of fourth meal a day, to sort of try and compensate for that, etc., and shorten the time between meals. But it's working, so I'm not going to knock it. If those of you who've been following me will know that I've also been having trouble with my feet. I still have a numb toe, and the other foot keeps swelling up. And at last I have a hospital appointment, but not till the middle of July, to get it looked at by both of them looked at by the consultants, the orthopaedic surgeon. So at least that can start to get sorted out, if it's possible to get it sorted out anyway. I have, I'm afraid, had some some very difficult news this week about a very close member's health, and so that on top of, while we were moving my stepson, it sort of took my mind off of it, but some of the implications are sort of starting to filter through, etc., and going to have to deal with it sort of a bit at a time. But yes. But again, on the flip side, having had the news, I didn't actually resort to food or comfort eating or comfort drinking. I felt like a double brandy, but but I didn't. I didn't do anything. As I say, probably just as well that we've been so busy over the last few days. But it does take it out of you, having to face difficult challenges in life. Yeah, sorry, I'll leave it there. It's a bit raw at the moment. Apart from that, my stepson has settled in very, very happily in his new flat, back in his hometown where he was brought up, where he went to school. Already bumped into loads of friends that he's had over the years, etc., or acquaintances, people that have welcomed him back and said hi, really good to see you, which has really cheered him up. We've got all his paperwork sorted, but anyway, that's my update for now. The only other thing are other people finding it quite difficult to keep up with YouTube videos because YouTube have extended the length of video that you can now upload. Only I just can't catch up, even if I sat and watched all day.